Hi everybody, it's Miss Sopiarz-Rianda, your English 10 teacher, and this video is just going to walk you through our session this week. This week we are starting off with a new unit, Unit 2 Short Fiction. And for those of you that have been having a hard time with Unit 1, or just started with Jeffco Virtual, I feel like this is going to be a really good unit for you to start improving your grades. Because of the very nature of this genre, short stories, unlike the play that we were reading, where the entire unit was based on that one play, A Raisin in the Sun, this week we can really focus on 1 week at a time and reading those short stories and submitting the work. So if you are behind in class, this is the unit and this is your opportunity to start submitting your work in on time, because it's really just focusing on what we're doing in this unit and some short stories, which are a lot of fun. And starting tomorrow, you might be worried because you won't be able to find, or starting, of course I do this video the day before, but you won't find Unit 1 out here in the front anymore. Unit 1 is going to be moved to the completed units. This just helps me organize the materials landing page and helps you understand what we are working on currently. So Unit 2, brand new unit, fresh start. Everyone can exhale, take a deep breath. We can start a little bit from fresh here. Again, if you are behind right now, the best thing for you to do is, number 1, contact me. Number 2, focus on the assignments in session 1 this week, submit them on time, and then start chipping away on late assignments from Unit 1, because I will still accept late work at this point. Okay? So you can see our schedule. This will be a 4-week schedule, 4 sessions, and you are going to be asking yourself these essential questions as we are diving into the short fiction unit. Reading like a writer leads to analysis of author's craft, which transfers into thoughtful decisions about your own writing. You're actually, at the end of the session, after reading several short stories and analyzing all the different elements of short fiction, at the end, your final project will be creating your own short story. So for those of you that enjoy creative writing, this is going to be right up your alley. We're also going to be investigating what this genre is and what this genre is not. So, as always, we click on Unit 2, Short Fiction. So this is the prelude to the short story unit, and it's inquiry-based exploration, and it's a preview of the short fiction. So what you need to do for this assignment to kind of get you ready, revved up, understanding in the mood for short fiction is, first you're going to print out this example text, and yes, I highly recommend for you to print it out, because next you're going to read it and then highlight. You can underline, you can mark up some kind of coding, the key events, recurring traits, surprises, anything that you think is important. You're basically going to highlight the text. And then finally, after you have read the text and highlighted or coded the text in some way, you're going to open this inquiry-based exploration document and complete it related to that text, and then submit it here on the very next page. Okay? And then after you get acquainted with Unit 2, you'll start out session 1 with the schedule. Now, this is a poem written by Langston Hughes, and it is specifically connected to A Raisin in the Sun. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode? By Langston Hughes. So in this session, we really have 3 goals. We're going to read like a writer. We're going to use stories as mentor texts, which means we're going to use example texts. We're going to use them to model our own writing after. We're going to analyze the craft of short fiction. So all the short stories in this unit will have the same theme as the poem that I just read, A Dream Denied. Look at the poem on the left and think about what it says about dreams that aren't fulfilled. Then, as you read this week, consider how this poem relates to the stories that you've been reading. Remember, it's a dream deferred, a dream that's denied, that's never realized. So think about that theme as you are reading the stories this week. So here's our recommended timeline. On Wednesday, complete the prelude to Unit 2, review the curriculum. On Thursday, begin the elements of setting, complete the elements of setting on Friday. Then Monday and Tuesday, work on the discussion. And as always, your assignments are due Tuesday by midnight. Schoology is working very slow today for some reason. Let me try this again. As always, you click Next in the upper right-hand corner to navigate through Schoology. For some reason, Schoology is not cooperating today, but nonetheless. So the very first element of the short story genre that you're going to be learning about, identifying, is the element of setting. And I'm sure at this point, all of you have, at one point in your academic career or not, have talked about setting. And that's just one more thing that we are going to look at first in the short story. We're going to review the elements of setting and practice analyzing setting in a short story. So in literature, setting is essential for orienting the reader within the story's time frame and place. Through setting, the author lays out the foundation for the fiction or real world through the characters' lives. So what you're going to do for this lesson is you're going to open first the elements of setting down here, this document. Then you're going to watch the elements of setting video. Read the short story, The Treasure of Lemon Brown, which is right here. You may want to print it out again and highlight and jot down ideas. And then answer the questions on that elements of setting document. And then you're going to submit it here on the next page. Now I do want to point out this is worth 30 points, and an A assignment contains detailed answers to the questions in the document. Includes a quote from the text for each of the questions in the document. Again, each of the questions needs a quote from the text for each question. Okay, so that's what an A assignment would look like. Click on Next. Next is our discussion. The short fiction session 1, Dream Denied discussion. So in The Treasure of Lemon Brown, a couple of slides back, remember, a character experiences a dream denied. So choose one of the characters from this course so far, a character from another book or a movie or someone from life, and write about 150 to 200 words to some of or all of the questions below. Your response should be written as one paragraph. Remember, it should be a whopper, because 150 to 200 words is a whopper paragraph, about 11 sentences. So again, you can answer as many as you want, but it does need to be 150 to 200 words. What was this character's dream? Was that dream realistic? What could the character have done to make the dream come true? What stood in the way of that character's achieving their dream? And project out 5 years in the future. Will this character still consider this dream denied? Why or why not? So again, you can choose the character. It can be a character from stories that we've read, from this course. It could be from a book or a movie, someone from life, but the theme, remember, is a dream denied. And your response needs to be that whopper of a paragraph, because it needs to be 150 to 200 word paragraph. Okay, please don't answer each one of the questions in a sentence. That's not what we're looking for here. We're looking for one cohesive paragraph. And then, as always, remember, please come back for discussion. This class is kind of weak on discussion, so please be sure to post early and post often. This is where you get to engage and talk with other students in class. So once you post and respond twice on Monday and Tuesday, then you are done with the session. And if you have any questions about that this week, please let me know. Thanks.